Hello, I'm live. Not a very good picture, but after I've been on holiday with Andrew to Norfolk, I'll buy another webcam. At the moment, I can't afford it. But after all, I'm a poor old age pensioner. Aren't I? Yes, Arthur, you are. Would you believe I've left my fags and lighter in the scooter, which is now in the scooter room in the community centre below me, but I'm not going back down because I've got plenty more here. So tonight, I couldn't win a sausage. Nothing. No. How much have I lost? Mind you, last Wednesday night, I had a very successful evening. But not tonight. Lady Luck deserted me. Hello, Joey. Hiding behind your mirror. I can see you. Right? I can see you. Do you want me to cover your cage up? Because you want to go to sleep. Anyway, I'm doing the quiz again soon at the social evening. So I've got compiled 20 questions. So I can think of a few. I'll try and think of some original ones. In the movie Apollo 13, Commander Jim Lovell was played by what famous actor? Who was played by what famous actor? Another one. Winston Churchill's famous speeches. We shall fight them in the fields, we shall fight them in the gutter, we shall fight them in the chip shops and batter them. Is that true or false? Well, yeah. Well, give me some questions yourselves if you don't think that's funny. What else can I ask? Of course, when it comes to food, I ain't got much of an idea. You know, the lady here cooks for me. I can cook myself something, but usually out of a tin. Nobody there. Look, again, looks as though this is going to be a very short live broadcast because nobody's here. They'll come back and say, I was out. I didn't know. I wasn't notified. Somebody may pop up soon. When I finish this cigarette, if nobody's on, I shall close the live feed. One of the tenants tonight, Paul, lives on 12 cans of beer, takeaway meals. And outside, he went round the corner. He went round the corner and brought everything up. What a mess. So Mark's got a bowl of soapy water, chucked it down. He'd been down there with a brush. And he said Paul should have come down and cleared it up. I said, yeah, well, he went upstairs. He wasn't feeling very well. But, you know, don't stop him drinking 12 cans of beer. Oh, Karen's there. Hello, Petal. Karen for you. Can you hear me? Karen, can you hear me? No, you can't, can you? Yes, you can hear me. Yeah, because I'm right in front of my professional mic given to me by two friends a long time ago. I stuck it down with blue tack so it don't move. So what kind of a day have you had, Karen? What kind of a day have I had? Well, snooze every now and again. I could fall asleep at the drop of a hat. Sleep on the clothesline. But at the moment it's 10 minutes to 10 and I've got to stay awake till midnight. Then when I go to bed after midnight, I sleep well. So I've got to keep my mind stimulated to keep me going, not sitting. An elderly friend took you 70 miles to a Walmart and a Dollar Tree, and you ate at McDonald's. I like McDonald's, you know. Yeah, I've eaten there before. I like burgers. The Big Mac. You only go there once a year, do you, Karen? Yeah, well, I mean, when I hire a car, me and Julie, young Julie, 2 doors away from me, she suffers with a nerves bad. That's why she's here. And me and her go to a spiritualist church to see or to hear what the mediums have to say. And then afterwards, we go to McDonald's. And I have to persuade Julie to let me pay. But, you know, she says, well, no, you paid for the hire of the car. I said, Julie, I'm not destitute. I will give you them. No, you won't, she says. And I do like a Big Mac. Yeah, what did you say? Not much shopping in your town. Internet shopping is about all you can do. Yeah, I get a lot of stuff, Karen, from Amazon. From Amazon.co.uk. You will get it from Amazon.com, won't you? Yeah. So I was saying earlier, I've got to raise 20 questions for our social evening. I keep finding out old quizzes, but I'll try and do an original one. What was the first one I said? Who played Commander Jim Lovell in the movie Apollo 13? Famous actor. You will know, won't you? Julie, Karen, who played Jim Lovell, won't you? Yeah. What else can I ask him? Oh yeah. You know that famous scene, The Beatles, at Abbey Road Studios, where they're walking over that pedestrian crossing, the four of them. Which Beatle is walking barefooted? Eh? What do they call the little plastic end of a shoelace? Aglet. Really? Oh, let me write that down. Where's my pen? I took it. Oh, I bought my pen out. Yeah. Parker pen. I doubt if they'll know that. Of Karen. I'll ask him anyway. I once said to him, the Russian Rasputin, there's something. Yes, Karen, you're right. The Russian Rasputin, something very unusual about him. What was it? They didn't know, so I told him. He had a 12-inch penis. Also, we don't wish to know that. I said, what's a fact? I'm only stating the fact. I feel quite jealous. But that's right. He did, you know, had a 12-inch penis. Yeah. No, change the subject. Yes, yes, it was. Yeah, that was right, Karen, who he said walked over the pedestrian crossing in bare feet. And what was the other one I said before you came on? Winston Churchill's famous wartime speeches. We shall fight them on the beaches and fight them in the gutter. We shall fight them in the chip shops and batter them. Is that true or false? Of course. I tried to bring a bit of humour into it. And some of my quizzes, false, of course it is. Some of my quizzes, I'm told, are too hard. Me Mark gets 2 out of 20. I said, you thick bastard. Well, your questions are too hard, so I made one very easy, and I gave a clue for every question. And then Joyce said, Arthur, they're far too easy. I said, well, I've been told they're far too hard. Now you're telling me they're far too easy. Oh, God. Hey? The bird will be quiet this time of the night. Oh. Poked out from behind his mirror. Are you pleased that Daddy's come back up? Eh? Changed your water today, didn't I? Gave you some fresh water. And why do you have to shit in the water pot? Eh? Dirty little bastard. You do it on the floor of the cage, not in your water pot. Now listen to me. I'll top your seed pots up tomorrow. So, general knowledge questions. Angela, or Angie, did a quiz tonight, and normally I like Angie's quizzes, because I think the last one I won it. I got most right. You didn't buy any cold items to put away, no, so don't have to worry about it until later. Yeah, well, I went to Tesco today, our large supermarket, TESCO, and I forgot the main thing I went up for. Milk, Cravendale, specially filtered milk. Don't go sour. Of course, I keep it in the fridge anyway. I buy 2 packs for £3. Cheaper to buy 2 packs. But I've got plenty of milk at the moment, so I should go up again, but I go up on a scooter anyway. And I ought to write a list of what I want. But then I get up Tesco and find I forgot the list. Yeah, oh dear. Well, where is everybody? You write the list on back of your hand. Well, I need plenty of stuff, you know. I can't write it all on back of my hand. I'm surprised Rob the organist is not here. But he's not. Anyway, there's only you, Karen. Yeah, so I'll keep going, but you know, I can waffle. Yeah, I've been told that plenty of times. You know, I'm never lost for words. When I meet people, they say that I put them at ease because you know you can meet some strange people who you don't know, and it can be embarrassing because you don't know what to say to each other. But I put people at ease because I just waffle on, you know, about anything in particular. I told them all tonight. I've been looking at the 10-day forecast from our Met Office, and the warmth or the heat is coming back to the UK. So that's good. At the moment, it's rather chilly. After the heat we had last week, over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, it's been rather chilly, but the heat is on the way back. That was a good question, that, Ange. That was a good question, that, Karen. The end of the shoelace is called an aglet. Yeah, we've not had that one before. Of course, I won't know. I mean, if they say give us a clue, well, what? How can I give them a clue? don't know. No, I can't give them a clue, can I? But it's a good question, that. I need some more like that. Now, I've got a big pad in front of me. So let me think. Oh, yeah, and who walked over the pedestrian crossing in bare feet? That's a good one as well. That's 3. All right, let me think of a 4th one. I don't know. Of course, Andrew's probably watching a film, but I think on Wednesday night is Danny's hotel in Birmingham. Why did the chicken cross the road? Well, yeah, 100 of answers to that. Or a good question, Karen. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You can't say the chicken because chickens are born from eggs. And you can't say the egg because who laid the egg? There's no answer to that, is there? Or is there? Eh? Of course, when Mark does the quizzes, he's glued to the telly, square eyes, and he comes up with questions. He comes up with the questions about programs on the telly, and I don't watch the television. What did you say, Karen? If you think the chicken was created, you say chicken. Yeah, but what do you mean created? A chicken is born from an egg. But who laid the egg? Got to be a chicken. Isn't it? Anyway, I was at our hospital, the QMC, which is the Queen's Medical Centre Hospital, and they gave me some lovely big black leather shoes because of my dodgy feet. And oh yeah, that's a good question. Before they built the QMC in Nottingham, what on that land before they built the hospital? Yeah, good question that. It was a quarry, I think. I shall have to look that up. But I had to take Paul with me because I've got long corridors, and for these shoes I go to the orthotic department, which is down on the next floor, and along, I can't walk up and down them long corridors. So Paul comes with me, and we bring a wheelchair and blue suede shoes. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go. Who sang that? Elvis. And they've kept those blue suede shoes. They're going to repair them because I don't walk very well now. I shuffle, and I'm afraid the shoes were Carl Perkins. He didn't. It was Elvis. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, cat, go, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. It was Carl Perkins, was it? Oh, that's another question. Yeah, right. That'll get him going. Who originally sang Blue Suede Shoes? Right, who originally sang Blue Suede Shoes? Or I could just ask who sang Blue Suede Shoes, and they'll all put Elvis, won't they? And I should say, wrong. It's Carl Perkins. And then they'll say, who the hell's he? that's two I've written down. I was never a big fan of Elvis, you know. It was all right. I'll tell you what I did like of his. What was it? Come on. Don't Be Cool. Don't Be Cool. I like the backing. And I love his record. What was it? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Bum, dum, dum. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's so good. Battle in the Republic. Is it? Yeah. Who made the first electric guitar? Yeah, but they're all pensioners, though. I can't ask them that. They won't have a clue. You know, I mean, they're all elderly. And Julie will say, "How the hell are we supposed to know that?" That's a bit too odd, Karen. Yeah. Man, I wonder if Andrew knows. Andrew, the guitarist, who should be on here, but he's not. Unless, is this, oh, Les Paul. Oh, yeah, Les Paul and Mary Ford. I remember them too. They're a wonderful guitar Les Paul had. Yeah, I don't put the big light on. I've closed the windows now because I don't want creepy crawlers in here. Mosquitoes and anything like that. But this place is cleaned once a week by my niece, Sue. I pay her well and give her some eggs every time she comes. And I said to somebody down there, if Sue didn't keep this place clean every week, it would end up a tip. Because I can't bend over or go dizzy. He made it out of a... Oh, did he? He made it out of a 4x4 piece of wood with pickups attached. Yeah, Les Paul. I'll mention that to Andrew. He might pop up in a minute. He's probably in the middle of watching a movie in his hotel room. But sometimes he works from home. Lives in Stoke-on-Trent. And he can do his work from home. So he'll either be in the hotel or at home with Eileen. Paul, I think it was Paul, said to him, "What's Eileen's surname?" Andrew said Dover. Eh? Eileen Dover. No, it's not Dover. In fact, I'm not sure what her surname is anyway. It's like, you know, if you ask a question, name please, say Ben. Ben who? Dover. Ben Dover. Yeah, you like 40s and 50s music? Yeah, well, I tend to go more for more modern stuff, Karen. Like me and Andrew love the German group Tangerine Dream, but since the leader Edgar Fries died, I don't think they're still going. And we like the electronic stuff, Jean-Michel Jarre, Yeah, so I'm not really into 40s and 50s music, although I'm knocking on, although I'm 80. You know, I love Jean-Michel and Tomita, the Japanese maestro. I saw Tomita did the classics on synthesizers and spectacular sound. Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy of Company. He's older than you are. Yeah, so, you know, I like some old stuff. I tell you what I love, and I've always loved it. Debbie Reynolds singing Tammy. Oh, gorgeous, because I'm an old softy, you know. Yeah, I might come across as being, you know, mouthy and aggressive, but I'm not. I'm a big softy. And there's a lovely video on YouTube of Debbie Reynolds from that film she did, and she sings Tammy. And when I was in Cyprus in 1960, the Forces radio out there kept playing this record, a very early recording by Al Martino called My Darling, I Love You, and it is on YouTube, and it's very romantic. It appeals to my romantic type of music. Yeah, it was a good movie, weren't it, Tommy? With Leslie Nielsen before he did his wacky films. But Debbie Reynolds, I mean, that was only about the only big hit she had. But she had a lovely voice. Debbie did. Yeah, because before I found it on YouTube, I contacted Al Martino's website and I asked them about that. And it is one of his very early recordings, and they sent me a copy by email, but it was a gurgling sound. It sounded as though Al Martino was singing from the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But then I found it on YouTube. So, some more general knowledge questions. Oh yeah, what meat is in Irish stew? You can buy tins of Irish stew. What is the meat they use? That's a good question. I'll write that down. So do you know, Karen, what meat is used in Irish stew? No? Quick, tell me. Oh, you know. Oh, are you clever? Yeah. I thought I was going to tell you. Right, Daddy wants a cup of tea. Julie's giving me 2 jam donuts. Oh, no, I'm going off sweet stuff. I've always had a sweet tooth, but no, what I'm going to have. Yeah, Mutton was right, Karen. Mutton was right. That is a meat, the meat of the sheep. And goat meat is good as well. Rita Butler, before she died, she used to do curries and she used to use goat meat. And she was a big lady. And very sexy. Always having a feel. I said, get off. And she says, no, I better not say it. She was a right sex bomb. And she was on the top floor of this block, there's 5 floors. And she said, if there was a fire up here, I'd be trapped. I said, no, you wouldn't. I says, jump off the balcony and use your large knickers as a parachute. And she threatened to hit me. Yeah, fancy that, eh? And then another tenant, I won't name, threatened to commit suicide. He said they were going to jump off the top floor. I said, well, I'll be sat outside, so don't forget to wave to me as you go past. And somebody said, that wasn't funny, Arthur. The poor man. Yeah, well, I don't want people telling me things like that. Goat meat is good, Karen. It is. Mutton can be a bit fatty, though, can't it? And I don't like fat on meat. You've got to have humour, of course you have. Yeah. I'm looking at the bird, thinking about birds. My previous bird, you'd have loved him, Beanie. There's Rosella. They originally come from Australia. They're very colourful. He used to talk. He wanted a bit of everything I had. No matter what I was eating, he'd sit in his cage saying, "Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy." And he wouldn't stop until I gave him a bit. But the little bastard used to bite me. But I haven't got him now. He died because I went for a blood test today. In fact, the plaster's still on. Plaster is still on my arm, look. Where she stuck the needle in. And I'm on blood thinners. And after she took the blood, she couldn't stop it bleeding. Because I said my blood is piss thin. You know, we've been on... well, you can either have warfarin, but then you have to have a blood test every week. Or what I'm on is a drug called apixaban. I take 2 tablets a day, and of course it prevents strokes because my blood is that thin it won't clot. So at least I'm not going to have a stroke. No. But if I'd been here and they were biting me, I'd have a problem stopping it bleeding. But I haven't got him. I know while I had him, you know, I went to bed one night and went to sleep, and all of a sudden I was thrown about and I thought, oh, and I thought, what the hell? It was an earthquake, earth tremor, and it threw Beanie off his perch, and I could hear him squawking. You know, poor Beanie was. I'll come back to you in a minute, mate. Beanie was squawking like mad. I came in here. In 1 minute asleep on his perch, and he was on his back, so I put my hand in the cage to pick him up, and he bit me. I thought, charming. Hello, Shane. Yeah, you've popped up, Shane, haven't you? I think it's Shane. Yeah, but you can bleed to death. Yeah, well, you have to make sure you don't cut yourself. You know, I'm pretty careful about that because your blood won't clot. Mine does stop bleeding eventually. Yes, Shane, it is you. Yeah. How are you, mate? What's the weather been like down in Torquay? I've got a lady on line, Karen, comes from America. So what's the weather been like, Shane, down in Torquay? Rain, I would imagine. And I'm trying to think of 20 general knowledge questions because I'm doing the quiz down there, and I've got quite a few. Here, Shane, here's one for you. Who sang Blue Suede Shoes? Hey? Bit windy today. Yeah. Shane, who sang Blue Suede Shoes? 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, go, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Come on, Shane, tell me, who sang? What do you mean, no idea? You've never heard of Blue Suede Shoes? Are you drunk? How long does a pigeon live in the wild? Well, dogs live for about an average of... You don't know who sang Blue Suede Shoes? Good God. What planet do you live on? 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go, go, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Anyway, Karen, how long does a pigeon live in the wild? Yeah, well, surely it can vary. Some can live longer, but generally speaking then, I know a dog will live to an average of 20 years. Some go past 20. Anyway, Shane, you don't know. It's not your type of music then. Well, most people, when I ask them down there, the social evening, 6 years. Ooh, really, Karen? When I ask them downstairs who sang Blue Suede Shoes, they'll all put the answer down, Elvis. And it wasn't, because as Karen told me, it was originally sung by Carl Perkins. I remember Carl Perkins, yeah. So wild pigeons, how long does a pigeon live in the wild? 6 years average. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll write that down. How do you spell pigeons? Pigeon. Live 6 years. Of course, I know what they'll say. Give us a clue. That's to say between 1 and 10. And then Joyce will say, Aussie making them too easy. God. I don't know. That's another one I've got. I should type it all out, and that's another one I've got. I should type it all out and put it in a folder on the desktop. Then when I've got the 20 questions with the answers, I should print it, because I've got a printer on the side there. I've got to have my cleaner, Sue, keeps cleaning it for me. She turns it on, and then I look and I see the little light. I think, how long's that been on since Sue was here? She cleans it, but she don't look, because it's during the day, so she probably can't see the light. A pigeon will live to an average of 6 years in the wild. That's another one. Right. Oh yeah, Shane, something Karen asked me earlier. Where is it? I know you won't look back. Yeah, Shane, who made the first electric guitar? Right? Who made the first electric guitar? Yeah, but I can't have too many questions like that, Karen. You know, I can ask them how long a pigeon. But because they're going to say they don't know, I'm going to have to give them clues. And then Joyce will accuse me of making the quizzes too fucking easy. Of course, tortoises do live to a great age, don't they? Yeah, they do. Hang on, I've got a bottle of Coke. I brought it up with me. Small bottle. Hello, you little bastard. I can see you hiding behind your mirror. Right? And this is Diet Coke. No sugar in it. Yeah, tortoises do live to a great age. Any more? Of course, our soaps, I used to watch them regularly. You wouldn't know, Karen. Diet Coke. Yeah, well, I can't have it with sugar. I'm diabetic. All right, and you shouldn't be having it with sugar either, as you are slightly obese, aren't you? If you do drink it, you should drink diet. It's got no sugar in it. Right? Andrew. Perhaps he's asleep. I know it don't taste all that clever, Shane, because sometimes I get a bottle that's not diet. You drink Pepsi Max. Yeah. Pepsi's a bit sweet though, isn't it? Andrew tried me once. Can you tell the difference between Pepsi and Coke? He got 2 glasses. I had a drink of one, a drink of the other. He said, which one's Pepsi? And I got it right. Pepsi's got a rather sweet taste. Yes, it is a tad sweet. Yeah. Of course, the thing with you, Shane, you're into hi-fi, aren't you? Well, I can't ask pensioners about questions about hi-fi, because they're going to say, how are we supposed to know that? And I said to Julie, "You're not very worldly wise, are you, Julie?" Some questions asked her. She gets 1 out of 20. So, well, your quiz is too hard, Arthur. So Joyce tells me it's too easy. Now you're telling me they're too hard. You can come out again on Saturday because Andrew's coming. I'll let you out Saturday morning, Bird. All Andy's got to remember to do is when he comes in, shut the door behind him. You can come out again and fly up and down the lounge, between the lounge and the kitchen. Get some exercise. Right? Then Andrew will get you back in the cage. He won't go back in the other day when he came out. And Andrew in Stoke said, he phoned me, "Is the bird back in the cage yet?" I said, "No." "Oh, Christ." So he sent my nephew round, Gary. No, my grandson, Gary, grandson. And Gary, the bird was on the light that hangs from the ceiling. So I said, "Flick the tea towel at him, Gaz." And the bird came down and landed right in front of me. And Gary just got hold of him. "And you bit Gary, didn't you?" "Hey?" Poor Gary. Although Gary said it wasn't a kind of bite that pierced his skin. Can't beat a good old parrot that swears. Yeah. Well, Beanie used to talk. And Beanie the Rosella loved children. Children could put their hands in his cage and touch his beak and he wouldn't harm them. If I put my fingers in, or anybody, any adult, he'd bite. And I said to the vet once, I says, "Why won't the bird bite children?" He says, "Well, they're not stupid, you know. They know that they are a child." I don't know how they know, but they do. I must remember my eye drops tonight. My eyes are itching. I've got the eye drops I put in. Latanoprost for ocular pressure that can lead to glaucoma. At the moment, I've got a slight trace of glaucoma. And that's all, just a slight trace around the edge. So I had to put these eye drops in every night. And when I go to bed, I'm that shattered tired. I think, "Oh, I'll do it later," and I go to sleep, and then I forget. So tonight I must put the bleeding eye drops in before I go to sleep. A drop in each eye. So I lay back and hold the thing above my eye. And I might put too much in. Squeeze the little plastic thing, and the drop goes in, and I feel it trickle down my face. Well, I'm hopeless at putting eye drops in. I am. Hey? Oh. You sent... Yeah, well, I should have watched it later. I can't see it on here, Shane. I can click on show, but it won't show it. But when I've stopped the live feed, it'll be in the message box. So whatever it is you just sent me. Oh, a swearing parrot video. Oh, is it? Oh, right. I'll watch it then. Yeah, but I can't at the moment. Won't show me on here. But as I say, I'll close the live feed eventually. Don't look as though anybody else is going to come along. And I'll watch it, Shane. So what are the general knowledge questions? Not about bleeding hi-fis and amplifiers, because the pensioners don't forget. So they've got to be pretty easy. Yeah, no worries. I'll watch it, Shane, but I can't at the moment while I'm live. Coughing down there. So, Arthur, you've got to pack up smoking. You'll cough. I said, yeah, well, it's not the cough that carries you off, it's the coughing they carry you off in. Yeah, ha ha. Yeah, but my coughs are productive, if you know what I mean. My late wife, Christine, she had a hacking cough when I first married her, but she didn't ever have a productive cough. She never coughed anything up. And in the end, well, it took her. Yeah. She left this earthly plane. But you know, after she died, I was in bed one night, and just before I went to sleep, I heard Christine's voice right in front of me. Arthur. I mean, I'd known the woman, what, over 50 years. It was her voice. Arthur, and opened my eyes. I said, what? But there was no answer. No. Distinctly heard her say, Arthur. But of course, all this is whether you believe in life after death, which I do. You know, you can't say once you're dead, you're dead. That's showing ignorance. Innit? Yes, it is, Arthur. Nobody's replying to me, so I'll answer my own questions. General knowledge questions. I can't think of any right now. I'm getting tired. Looking at it, it's only bleeding 10:30. I'll start for another hour and a half before I go to bed. No good be if I went to bed now at 10:30, I'd be awake at 1 o'clock. Back in here on the computer till about 4 in the morning. So I've got to stay awake. Yeah. What's happened to you all? Have you all gone to bed? Oh, all. Both of you. Karen and Shane. But nobody else has joined me. Very humid, is it, Karen? At 4:30 in the afternoon, just gone. Yeah, the weather's crazy all over the world, isn't it? We've got disastrous floods here. The rain that's falling is tremendous. Huge amount of rain causing bad flooding. But I'm in the Midlands, 80 miles away from the sea. So, you know, I'm safe. And I've got a croaky voice. Yeah. Very humid, that's right. Because the cloud cover stops any warmth escaping into space. If you're under any cloud cover, the heat of the day would escape into space, and at night it would be nice and cool. But if you've got cloud cover, it traps the heat. Yeah. Of course, there is a question: how far away are we from the sun? Anyway, you going, Shane? Okay, mate. All the best. Cheers. Bye. So I think we'll leave to that, Sharon. Don't look as though nobody else is going to come along. So nice chatting to you, darling. No, catch you again sometime. We'll leave it to that. How long's it been going on for? Nearly 50 minutes. Yeah, that's enough, isn't it? So, bye, Karen. Love you. Ending the stream now. You caught me all right, yeah. But it was a nice long chat, haven't we? I've got some questions you gave me. I've written them down. I'll be on again tomorrow night. I'll go live again tomorrow. Love you too. I do. Right, end the stream. Ask me the question. Are you sure you want to end the stream? Yes, I do. Bye, Karen, darling. Bye.